Okay, so whenever we go to Starbucks, I always get him a puppuccino. And he goes like, ah!
1, 2, 3. I've been running from the pain, trying not to feel the same, but it's a shame that we miss again.
Hey guys, so me and Spike just went to Starbucks. That's why he's so happy. He got a puppuccino, and basically like I just wanted to go over like my Starbucks order with you. So when I'm in a cut, the Starbucks order that I get now that it's a thing is a nitro cold brew. So I get the nitro cold brew because I really like the flavor. If I'm gonna drink out, if I'm gonna like drink out or eat out, I try and make it like good, like stuff that I really enjoy, so that it's worth it. Otherwise, like I'll just make it at home. So I got the cold brew with milk. So I can't have like soy milk or like almond milk really, so I tend to go for the 2% or the 1% milk. Whatever works for you guys is fine. Just keep in mind that if you get the almond milk or like the soy milk, make sure it's unsweetened, because if you get the sweetened version, it has like, I think it's like 7 to 15 grams of sugar per cup or something ridiculous. And although like you might think it's like a splash of milk, they put quite a bit of milk in. It's almost like half a cup. So you could be having like the sneaky calories that you're trying to avoid. So just think of it that way as well. Yeah, so I either get that or I'll get like a tall coffee with milk again, or I get, I've gotten like iced coffees and I'll have them blended so they're like frappuccinos. I'm not crazy for frappuccinos, but if you're like, you know, you like really like them, then that would be a good option. And yeah, so that's kind of like what I get. In terms of food, I don't really eat out there, but they do have like a really good, it's like a turkey breakfast sandwich, turkey bacon breakfast sandwich. I used to get that a lot, and that's pretty low calorie, and it's like within budget pretty much for anyone's calories, I guess, for like a breakfast food. So yeah, those are good too. So basically guys, when you're trying to cut, it's not like I'm saying that all trace calories are bad, and it's okay to have like a few, because for the most part, like unless you're like getting like show ready, it's very unrealistic to track everything. However, it can just add up fairly fast. So for example, say I go to Starbucks and I have like, you know, I get the, whatever, the coffee, like the nitro coffee with, you know, a cup of milk in it and all that kind of stuff. I don't really track the coffee because I'm like, it's just coffee, right? Meanwhile, it's like 15 extra grams of carbs. And then later on, you know, I have a bite of this, I have a bite of that. Sometimes it just adds up. And now if your meal plan is like relatively stable and it's like, it's pretty well set, then you're not really going to have that issue. But the problem is that when you're kind of like doing flexible dieting, or you're kind of just like keeping track in your head, what happens is you don't account for those things. So you'll be like, oh, I had a coffee this morning, then I had breakfast, then I had lunch, then I had dinner, oh, and then I had a snack. But then meanwhile, like in between, you like were grabbing little things, or maybe like you added extra, like a lot of extra sauce to something, or maybe you like, what's the other one that I see a lot? You don't account for like things like you might have put on. So sometimes people will be like, oh, I had a burger, but they forget that they have bacon and cheese on that burger, right? Plus like a really heavy sauce and like all these kind of things. And it's not so much that it matters in the moment, because I don't want anyone to freak out and start, you know, oh my God, ketchup, okay, 5 tablespoons or whatever. But like if you're putting like an excess amount of these things on it, I would track it. Like if you're drinking like a splash of milk, don't put a tablespoon of milk in your MyFitnessPal, please. You're gonna go mad. But like if you put half a cup in, or like a cup in, that's like a decent amount of milk, right? Or like if you decide to completely douse your stir fry with an entire bottle of HP sauce, might do that. But then I track it, right? Like, because it's a whole bottle of HP sauce, right? If I put like a few like tablespoons, like if I have like a salad and I drizzle like half a container of salad dressing on it, and I know like it's a relatively light dressing, I don't normally track that, to be honest. But if I put like a whole bottle of HP sauce on my stir fry, I'm probably gonna account for like half the bottle, right? So I'd rather be safe than sorry. But just some things to think about. I know like people are like, oh, like make sure you track this, this, and this. You don't have to track things in like small amounts. Like if you're drinking, like if you're putting ketchup on a burger, it's fine. Like it's not a big deal. But like if something's has a high calorie count, you do want to make sure that you're accounting for it, because at the end of the day, it might be the reason why you're not seeing progress as fast. And it's not so much for people who are losing like 40 to 50 pounds. I'm talking more so for the people who like are getting plateaued for one. So like if you're like shit, I'm doing the same things but I'm not losing weight, or two, and like you've increased cardio and like that kind of stuff, or two, the people that like you don't really have that much body fat to lose and it's a little bit more stubborn, so you kind of have to watch that a little bit more. I'm to leave. Hey guys, so me and Spike are just waiting in the car for Mikey's in the grocery store. So we're gonna be doing lunch at Rock Glen. It's going to be amazing and I'm so excited, and he's so sweet. And yeah, it's perfect. So for my birthday, really all I ever want is to like go outside. Normally like sit on a patio somewhere. This time spend it with Spikeroni. And yeah, that's kind of it. So it's perfect. Also just realizing that my self-tanner, I'm not very good at this. So any tips, help me out. Birthday was absolutely amazing, and we went to Rock Glen and had a picnic and went to the waterfalls, and then we went out for dinner after. And I tried not to videotape any of it or really like take photos, I guess, other than a few that you see here, just because we wanted to enjoy it and just hang out. So this was like us before we left and before we went out to dinner, and then that day with Ashley and her girls, we took a few photos as well. But overall, it was just a really fun time, and love you guys both. Hey guys, so as I promised, a full body update, and basically this is it. So I'm down 15 pounds. I started this off at 160 pounds. I'm down to 145 right now at around 17% body fat. My muscle has gone up by about 5 pounds, so I'm super happy with that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting at right now. Now for the workout. So we actually met up with some friends and did a truck pull and push workout. Now because it's a diesel truck, it's super heavy. So we had it in neutral. So if you're going to do this, put it in neutral first. Basically we attached a rope to the back. So as you can see, I'm pulling here, and then Mike's going to come to help out just because we needed more than one person per. It's just too hard to stop. From there, just driving with the legs and then just pushing. So basically we just went back and forth until we all pretty much got tired. And yeah, it was quite fun actually. So yeah, just make sure that you're using your legs and really driving through and stabilizing. Make sure that your core is engaged, that kind of thing, because you can get hurt doing this. But it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we enjoyed it. And then I also did a circuit, which I'll go through with you guys now. Warm up with the glute bands. So basically when we got back, started with these guys. Now when you're doing these, make sure that you're pointing your toe away from your body, and then as you come back in, kind of tilt your toe towards you. You're just going to get a little bit more rotation. It's going to help to build those glutes even more. So I tried to stay stable as best as I can, but normally I hold on to something. So yeah, this is basically what I started off with. The next thing I did was curtsy lunges. So I don't like to alternate. A lot of people alternate, but my goal mainly is to build muscle, and I like the time under tension factor a little bit more. So we did 4 sets of 8 to 10 of these just to warm up the legs before doing a circuit today. I just wanted to make sure everything felt okay before, and I wanted to get a little extra booty work in there too. Okay, guys, so listen up. For the circuit, I did 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for each exercise for 3 rounds. So basically, you pair like jumping squats here with what we did was leg lifts. So 20 seconds of these, 10 seconds off, and then 20 seconds of leg lifts 3 times, and then we switched to the next set. So after I did all those, then we moved into ball slams. Okay, so 20 seconds of ball slams. Then you've got 10 seconds of rest, followed by the following exercises. So we did 3 rounds of these. So 3 different sets of exercises for 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. So after we had finished the 20 seconds of ball slams, I take a 10-second rest in between, and then we get into our crunches. So 20 seconds of crunches. And again, guys, repeating this 3 times. Okay. So then we got into the last set of exercises. So it was 20 seconds of running, followed by 10 seconds of rest, followed by 20 seconds of battle ropes. So when you guys are doing your battle ropes, just make sure you're squatting. And again, obviously you're using your shoulders and your arms, but just make sure that you're not letting your traps, which are like the muscles by your neck, take over. So really drop those shoulders down and keep that core tight. Hey guys, so the last set that we did was an ab circuit. So basically 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds of the other exercise. So in this case, crunches and then Russian twists. With these, if you don't want to have your legs elevated, just dig your heels into the ground. Just make sure that you're feeling your abs and not your neck for these ones. After I finished 20 seconds of these, just grab the medicine ball and then did a little bit of adjusting and went to grab the medicine ball to do some Russian twists. So again, 20 seconds of these. Make sure that your legs aren't flailing all over the place. You relatively want to keep them in the same spot, and then focusing on just back and forth like that. Perfect. And it doesn't have to go all the way to the floor, just as best as you can. Guys, so we're gonna go over like what I eat in the morning and that kind of thing, and I'll show you like what I've been doing lately. Currently down about 10 to 15 pounds, so like kind of starting to see some abs popping and that kind of thing. But I will do a full body update with you guys on this vlog, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so first thing in the morning, what I've been doing is more of like a diet or like a gut reset. It's really hard to like reset your actual diet or like your gut, but I've just been doing it because it's been helping with bloating and trying to like fix everything from when I ate a whole bunch of crappy foods. So yeah, so take some apple cider vinegar. A lot. And some lemon juice. And then I add some water. And normally I also add ginger in, but I didn't have any because I actually gave it to Ashley. So that's what we're gonna drink this morning. Never really gets easier. It's really gross, but that's okay. Ooh. Okay, enough of that. Yuck. Okay. So the other things that I take in the morning, guys, all-in-one multivitamin, and then I also take omegas. Okay, so take some of those guys, and we're off for the day. Okay, time for actually making breakfast. So let me just do that, and we'll get started. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of this. So I'm using the plant-based protein from Nutriface. It has 22 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, and 6 grams of carbs. It's 138, sorry guys, it's 138 grams, or 138 calories. This is a little bit higher than most, but it's a plant protein. So that being said, the other one that I have too is this one. So it's like the New Zealand way. And that one's around 130 calories, 5 grams of carbs, 1 grams of fat, 28 grams of protein. But because I'm doing the whole like trying to fix my stomach and whey protein isn't really like doing it for me right now, I'm using the plant protein. That being said though, this is the second best option that I would use. Because plant proteins aren't for everybody, but this is like the second thing that I would use, and the reason being is New Zealand whey is really clean. And I went over this in my other video, but essentially like their laws and regulations are so much stricter, and because like cows, and because so whey comes from milk basically, and just to like, that's a very generalization, but that works. And basically the cows in New Zealand, because it's like it has such nice weather for most of the year, they're able to roam and eat grass and all the good things for most of the year. That being said, the quality is just a little bit higher. So yeah, okay, so we're gonna take some of this guy. I might have to open this one because it is fairly new. So seal breaking ready. Okay, and then we're just gonna find the scoop. It's right on top. That's awesome. I find like plant protein too though, it's just a little bit thicker, and you'll find that it's a bigger scoop too. So we're gonna add this in. I use a food processor, but you can also use a blender, that's fine. Whatever works, I just find it works better, and that's all I have really. So we're gonna do that, okay? Then I also add collagen in. I would suggest getting like the, I really like the progressive collagen. This collagen kind of stinks and it tastes disgusting, like really bad. But I bought it because it was super clean. It is. It's very clean. You can smell it. So, so it's up to you, but I use collagen. Again, part of the whole stomach thing. So basically what happened was I was just noticing that my body was reacting really badly to like when I wasn't eating healthy. And I'm not talking like, you know, normal like stomach pains or like, oh my God, I overeat. I'm talking like, I felt like I was gonna die. So I looked into it a little bit further and realized that I had to kind of reset everything a little bit. So I've been eating really clean and my bloating has gone down, which is nice. TMI. And collagen is a really good supplement for those who have, if you have like leaky gut, or if you have why can't I think of the name of it? Or if you have IBS, that's it, IBS, collagen can really be effective in helping repair the gut lining. Also, if you're like having a bad reaction to like bread and that kind of thing, obviously like not a doctor, so talk to your physician, but a lot of the times what can happen is if you might have like a slight leaky gut, like it doesn't have to be like terrible, but what happens is when the, like say you eat bread and then your gut has like little tiny holes in it, it can go into your bloodstream and that actually causes the reaction, as opposed to you actually being allergic to it. It's just because you have a problem going on down there. So this can help heal that. I don't know, I'm trying to use a label, but anyways, collagen can help heal that. But again, talk to your doctor, because like don't go off of my word, because it might be different, right? So just a suggestion, it's not gonna hurt you to take collagen, but if it doesn't work after like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe try something else, okay? That's just what I'm saying. So we're gonna put that in there. Hopefully it doesn't taste like crap, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this stuff, but it's okay, it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna put this in there. The other thing sometimes I'll put in is greens. I'm not gonna put it in with this one because, actually, okay, let's do it. So greens, the NeutroPhase greens and berries, this one tastes like orange, and that's the only reason why I'm trying to mask the collagen. Also, if you don't get enough fruits and vegetables in your day, it's a great way to get them. Yeah, so this is like a whole bunch of stuff. So, and honestly, sometimes it has stuff that like you don't normally eat either, so that can be beneficial as well. Cool. Okay, what else are we doing here? Okay, so now we're gonna add some water. Okay, and I also have berries, so. Thanks guys. So blueberries or raspberries or strawberries, normally I add like half a cup. As you can see, I was totally prepared for this. I actually just went to go make breakfast and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to record it. So I'm gonna make this, about half a cup of berries or so. That's more than enough. I don't suggest blueberries if you're going to work, because it will make your teeth blue and then you'll look funny at work. It's up to you. Okay, so now we're gonna blend it all together. The other secrets that I use actually, and what used to be so popular, so when I did like my prep series, everyone was like, oh my god, how is your ice cream so fluffy and all this fun stuff. Baking powder, people, it's amazing. So you put like a tiny teaspoon, or like, my life. Okay, so like half a teaspoon of baking powder in there, okay? And blend her up. So you can add ice as well. I find when you add ice, it doesn't get a nice consistency and it's like super slushy and icy and weird. If you just add fruit, it acts as like, it does the same thing, and it's just like a little smoother. So I don't add ice in mine, but hey, do whatever you want. So here's our concoction of slightly disgusting things that taste good together. And we will add this here. So normally I go until with the baking powder, you'll notice it'll rise. So like if it starts here, it'll like slowly go up. So I'll just keep going. I see how it's like smoothing out down there. I don't know. Okay, so once it's nice and smooth, grab our sugar tip. You never know. Okay, and when you're just trying to make a nice video but you throw everything, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so here's our black concoction of mess. It looks like something off a horror film, but it is delicious and it'll keep you full throughout the day. So normally I also do 2 scoops, but wasn't feeling it today. And we're gonna go do a workout soon, so sometimes I find if I eat too much before, I don't do very well. but I wanted to have something because I think we're gonna train legs. So. Okay, so that is the shake. This is very little because I didn't put very much water in it. Like I said, we're about to train, so normally what happens is like I only put like a little bit of water. If I was eating this before work, I'd probably fill it up to about there. So yeah. So. It's actually not bad. Not gonna lie. I thought I was really gonna taste the collagen. Cool. Normally I don't add collagen in all my smoothies, so I hadn't actually tried it with that, but with the consistency of the plant protein, it's actually quite good. Anyways, guys, talk to you soon. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and please remember to subscribe and like this video.